picture, put it in a superstar frame. Yup.
I'm clean when I walk, I'm clean when I talk. I'm pressed to the step. I'm pressed to the depth, and I ain't steady looking at me mad, 'cause I ain't that bad, and I'm on top of my game. And hey, my superstar frame.
It is the Thursday night preview, baby. Superstar frame. We all sitting here in our superstar frame. It's week 8, and we got a little tasty little matchup to start off week 8. We got Green Bay versus Arizona. This one's about to pop off. I'll run down the headlines. Obviously, Devontae Adams has COVID. We're looking for players to replace him on the fantasy thing, and also to see how the lines are going to play out with this. And to help us out with that one, Jay Reeves, what is Vegas saying?
We currently have this line sitting at -6.5. A few days ago, right after the games concluded on Sunday, it was sitting at -4.5 for Arizona. Then Devontae Adams was ruled out. It went to -5.5. Now, I don't know if you heard breaking news, Allen Lazard has been placed on the COVID-19 list. And that number quickly went up to -6.5, and the over-under is sitting at 50.5.
Man, the thing that terrifies me about this game, I think it could be a blowout. Aaron Rodgers doesn't have very many comebacks for having the type of career that he's had. He doesn't really come back, and when his team starts losing in ball games, he gets blown out. I see this one getting out of hand, and I'm going to take Arizona with the points for sure. Under 50 points with the point spread. Silly C, what do you think? Who's going to win this game?
Oh, I don't know. They're down. They're down and out. And you'll see that coming up. But yeah, so right now I'm definitely going to take Arizona with the point spread.
Yeah, they covered a much heavier point spread last week, and this is a better
They're balling
team.
out this year.
Yeah, that's a better team, but they're looking like an incredible team. Aaron Rodgers don't have to do it by himself. Jay Reeves, who are you picking in this game? And then maybe you got some props and ops for us?
Well, man, this is a real tough one. I kind of hate getting into these games because as soon as all the money starts pouring in on one team, you kind of almost always want to go the opposite way, at least 75% of the time. But I'm going to have to be in agreement with you guys. Aaron Rodgers has been having a great season, and his team is currently sitting at 6-1. But they're always just kind of lingering around in certain games. In the game last week against Washington was on the goal line twice. They punched those 2 tugs in. It's a different story. The Arizona Cardinals are way more disciplined than Washington, so I'm taking the Cardinals -6.5. But I do have a classic versus battle, Aaron Rodgers versus Kyla Murray. They got Kyla Murray sitting at 265 passing yards and Aaron Rodgers sitting at 255.5 passing yards. With Aaron Rodgers not having his pieces there, I'm going to have to go with Kyler Murray being the props.
Yeah, I feel like this would have been a more interesting question last week. Kyler Murray's the props. Aaron Rodgers is the ops.
I think this still could be kind of an interesting question because let us not forget that he does have Cobb still out there, and he does have some chemistry. Right now they have
2016
for 285 yards, and Kyler only for 258. So I'm definitely going with Kyler being the props, but I think it's going to be close.
Yeah, man. Well, this could have been a battle of the big number ones in here with D-Hop and Devontae, but Devontae's out. Jay Reed, you got another props and ops for us?
Man, it's a lot of explosive star power on the field. They just recently added Zach Ertz, and that boy went off last week for a 44-yard touchdown. I think one of the longest ones of his career. But they have a trio of second big dogs on the team, and I want to see which one do you guys think is going to explode from this group. I got A.J. Green sitting at 44.5, Kristen Kirk sitting at 40.5, and Rondale Moore sitting at 29.5. Cody, who's the props out of those 3?
And you said Rondale Moore?
Yeah, 29.5.
I have Rondale Moore for about 26, 27. I have Kristen Kirk for 48, and I have A.J. Green for 54. Ooh, I don't know. Right now, I really like the chemistry that Kristen Kirk has with Murray. I say Kristen Kirk's the props here, and I think he's going to go over both.
Yeah, I'm after getting those numbers silly see throughout with their projections, I'm actually going to show a little ball bag on this one and just say all three of them are the props. And if you could put them in a parlay, maybe do that because I
Oh,
do think this game's going to get out of hand and it will be due to big chunk plays. And also another reason why I'm leaning that way because 26 yards for Rondell Moore, that's not too much. So I feel
just
like you
one
get
catch
one. Yeah,
for
you get
Rondell Moore.
one there just like that, and then I think he finds a way to get the other two there. So parlay those ones up. Jay
Hmm.
Reeves, which one you gonna choose?
Man, I'm gonna have to be in agreement with you. Like out of these three, I would like to take Christian Kirk, but like I said, I'm in agreement with you. I'm going to take all three, get them in a nice player parlay, sitting at about plus 640. I'm taking all three of the
Oh
props.
yeah,
They're about
yeah.
to they're
You
about to
you knew
fall.
too much about that. You already put it in. You already put that bet in. Yeah, I think that's a pretty good bet, man. You got any more props or ops for this one?
Nah,
All right, Silly C, let's go ahead and go into your player positions. This game should be huge. It hasn't lost too much of its luster. We still got Aaron Jones, Aaron Rodgers, Tunyon, and a lot of other people, and we're going to see how Cody's going to choose to slot them. Just waiting on that screen to share.
bring it up, bring it up, bring
There
it
it is.
up.
All right, Silly C, let's go ahead and go over this list. See how this one
Yeah,
goes.
so
Number 10.
another one of them
You.
lovely days, another one of them lovely Thursdays. But we're gonna start number 10. We got Robert Tunyon.
Boo,
Robbie
boo.
Toes.
Robert
Again,
Onion.
as bad as the Packers are down right now, look at this. He's number 4 on their team. So just keep that in mind.
All right.
Number 9, we have Mr. Zach Ertz coming over getting some work last week.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, big week in his first start. Number 8.
Then we got Kristen Kirk, number 8. I like him a lot. Get him in your lineup.
Number 7.
We got AJ Green, two of the people we just got done talking about. Number 6, we got Chase Edmonds himself. Monster.
Yeah, man. All right, man. The thing that you kind of learn from this fantasy season, if their name is Chase, man, trust them. Jamar Chase, Chase Claypool, Chase Edmonds, they've been real reliable this year. Jay Reeves unpacked that number 6 through 10 list.
Man, let's start with Robert Tunyon, the Onion. He stinks.
Nah.
He really stinks. Don't have him nowhere near your lineup. Zach Ertz may see a resurgence in his career. Christian Kirk has been having a sneakily good season this year, man, balling out with the Arizona Cardinals. And so is AJ Green, and Chase is just chasing all the points. So you all good with them 4 Arizona players.
I actually disagree with Jay Reeves. I think he's calling him Robert Onion because he probably drafted him and he cut him, and now he's making him cry. Last week he found his way into the end zone. I could see a 2-touchdown, 7-reception game for Robert Onion, Tunyon, Bunyan, Robbie Toes. I see him being very productive as where Aaron Rodgers isn't going to have a ton of people to lean on. So
Totally disagree.
all right. Well, let's disagree. Then we bet. All right. I'll talk to you about that later. I feel like we should bet on that. Let's
We can
go
bet
to
on
number.
this one too.
Yeah, I forget what we bet on, but I want to get too far off a track. We can run through that off the thing. Number 5, Silly C.
We got Randall Cobb. He's pretty much all that they have right now, so he's got to be up there.
Number
Number
4.
4, we got Aaron Rodgers himself.
Excuse me.
Yeah.
Bless you.
Number 3, we got Deandre Hopkins. Do you see how many of these Arizona Cardinals are on here?
Yeah, they're deep. They got a lot of people. Number 2.
Number 2, we got Kyler Murray.
Damn, and number 1 projected player in the game is who?
Mr. Aaron Jones. They're
Hey,
expecting him to get most of the work this game, and I think that's probably true. They're going to have to rely on something, so look for him. Definitely get him in your lineup, and I think he's really well priced this week, so look out for him.
Yeah, I say this game could get out of hand, and if there is one way that Green Bay wins it, I think it's by dictating pace and by controlling the ball, keeping Kyler Murray, who's playing at MVP status, on the sideline. Jay Reeves, unpack that top five. It's all right.
Well, we're going to take Aaron Jones down a couple notches, like Kyler Murray and DeAndre Hopkins above him. D Hop's going to be hopping all over the field, catching nice passes from Kyler Murray. They're going to have an explosive game. I felt like you sneezed a little bit when you said Aaron Rodgers. This may be a little hiccup for him. Aaron Jones is always solid. Randall Cobb really needs to be down, I don't know, 7 or 8. I don't think he's going to have a big day.
Yeah, man. Well, I'm looking at your pick. Yeah, so that kind of concludes that. I'm looking at your picks, man. Your year-long picks, Jay Reason. It's pretty impressive, man. You're 73-32 in the little pick'em game, man. Like, what goes into your mind when filling those out? And do you bet the same way, or do you just kind of just go, since it's like a straight up system? How do you go with those pick'ems, and how are you doing so well, hitting at like a 70% clip?
I'm going to tell you right now, man, I just stand on what I believe. Actually, doing this show gives me a little help and a little insight. Sometimes when it comes to the pick'ems, after listening to you guys, I give you guys your flowers right now. I do switch my picks every now and then. As far as betting goes, what I say on this show is actually what I bet. So, you know, sometimes, sometimes I'm hitting on all cylinders. Sometimes I'm losing, man. I mean, you win some, you lose some.
Definitely, man. And Silly C, any waiver wire pickups or anything to forecast for this upcoming week 8?
Yeah, I hope you don't have a lot of people on buys like a lot of people do have coming up this week and next week. It's kind of terrible. And with a lot of these injuries right now, it's kind of hard to know who to step up with. But, right, yeah, I don't really see any free agents that jump out at me.
Yeah, there's a couple out there, but we're all just taking shots this week, and hopefully they land, man. But this is F4 with 50% fuss, 50% fantasy football, and 100% facts. Forward them things,
Facts.
baby. And we out
Facts.
of here. We out of here.